Okay, at first, I like to share the words from Shinran Shonin's writings. So please join me in gassho. Please put your palms together. 二つに幻想エコーというは、すなわち利他教化時の役なりと。Second is Amida's directing of virtue for our return to this world. This is the benefit we receive, the state of benefiting and guiding others. ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナンマンダ仏。Good morning, everyone, and welcome to June's Shotsuki monthly memorial service for those who have passed away on the month of June. And my wife Namiko and my daughter Aoi is in Japan for 5 weeks. I'm spending the time with my son Hikaru for 5 weeks. This is probably how many days? 5th day or 4th day. So I still have a lot of days to spend with him, right? But it's really nice. We can do whatever we want to do. Most of the time we are playing a Pokemon together, and nobody says like, "Oh, you are playing too much," right? So that's a good thing. But I'm really amazed how much Namiko does at the home, right? She needs to do cleaning, laundry, and cooking, and everything. So I'm really appreciative of her, and I'm waiting for her to come back soon. So today's word I shared at the beginning is from passages on the Pure Land Way, written by Shinran Shonin. And passages on the Pure Land Way is sometimes referred to as abbreviated version of Kyogyo Shinsho, abbreviated version of Kyogyo Shinsho. And this passage is from where he discusses the true realization of Jodo Shinshu, or true realization of the Pure Land Way. And he's talking about our returning to this world from the realm of enlightenment. And actually, this is the part I really enjoy reading and studying about Jodo Shinshu. Buddhism teaching is about the teaching of attaining nirvana or attaining enlightenment. And in Mahayana Buddhism, attaining of enlightenment had been understood as the unlocated nirvana, or nirvana that is not permanently fixed. When we think about the attainment of the enlightenment of Shakyamuni Buddha, historical Buddha, for instance, he attained enlightenment, he attained nirvana, but he did not stay in nirvana. He returned to this realm to guide and share the teaching with others. And, so Shakyamuni Buddha's wisdom is grounded on nirvana. Shakyamuni Buddha's wisdom is grounded on nirvana, but it is unlocated nirvana. Does it make sense? If you make sense, you are so smart, right? But nirvana is not permanently fixed, okay? So, in one of the commentaries by Bodhisattva Vasubandhu, he said, I don't know if you can read it, but through wisdom, do not reside in birth and death. Through compassion, do not reside in nirvana. Bodhisattva gains the non-discriminative wisdom. Because there are no distinguishment, there are no locations. So this is an explanation by Bodhisattva Vasubandhu regarding no unlocated nirvana, right? So this passage is about Bodhisattva, the practitioner of Mahayana Buddhism, but enlightenment in Mahayana Buddhism is the unlocated nirvana. Don't remember everything else, but please remember today, nirvana in Mahayana Buddhism is unlocated nirvana. Okay, because of the wisdom and compassion, nirvana is not permanently fixed. It's not staying in one place, but nirvana is kind of embracing all beings. Okay? So Shinran Shonin told us in chapter on realization of Kyogyo Shinsho, his masterwork. しかれば弥陀如来は如より来生して法王家主従の心を示し現じたもうなりと。So Amida Tathagata comes forth from suchness and manifests various bodies, fulfilled, accommodated, and transformed. So Amida Tathagata or Amida Buddha, same thing, okay? Amida Tathagata or Amida Buddha, same thing, right? So Amida Tathagata appears from the nirvana itself to grasp and never abandon beings, guides them to nirvana, or guide them to the attainment of nirvana. And those who have attained nirvana or Buddhahood or enlightenment also appears from the nirvana itself and work in the state of benefiting and guiding others. And Shinran Shonin is saying that this is also the working of Amida's vow. And this is why Shinran Shonin said Amida's directing of virtue for our return to this world. So I said earlier that the Buddhism is the teaching of attaining enlightenment. But in the case of Mahayana Buddhism, the goal is not only to attain enlightenment or awakening of the self, but also to guide others to the enlightenment is the important factor of Mahayana Buddhism. And through the directing of virtue of Amida Buddha, we are able to attain enlightenment and also attain the state of benefiting and guiding others. So I can see everybody's face like, right? But I wanted to begin with, my talk sharing this because this teaching is related to how we see our loved ones who have passed away before us. So we can understand in two ways, okay? First, they attained birth in the Pure Land, fulfilled the unlocated nirvana, and returning to this world as the state of benefiting and guiding others, and they are now taking various forms to guide us. And second, they appeared from the nirvana itself to guide and teach us the path of Nembutsu. So, sometimes I get a question like this. Why are you Joro Shinshu Buddhist, right? Don't you get it? Don't you get this kind of question from other people? Why are you Joro Shinshu Buddhist? So, since I was born, I was around Joro Shinshu because, my home is Joro Shinshu Temple. So, I was around Joro Shinshu teaching so that I never thought about it deeply why I am Joro Shinshu Buddhist. Because, because I was born in temple family. But when I think about why I am Joro Shinshu Buddhist, then I feel that I am Joro Shinshu Buddhist because I am attracted to this teaching of returning to this world and guide others. So this year, 2024, is the 13th year memorial for my mother's side's grandma, Kyoko. She was kind and gentle, a short lady, but she was also a lady who hates to lose, right? Even to the small kids. When I was little, my father worked for Tsukiji Honganji in Tokyo, and it was my playground until 7 years old. My mother was strict, because she was worried about me. She was scared of me getting injured or involved in accidents. So I was only allowed to ride bicycle in the property of Tsukiji Honganji, right? But one day, she was not watching me, so I broke the rule and rode bicycle to visit my friend whose house is in Tsukiji Market. Then, as you can imagine, I was scolded so badly, right? Because I broke the rule. But I didn't understand why she's so mad at me, right? But as a parent now, I understand why she scolded me, right? She was worried about me, right? So, that's a kind of the memory when I was in Tsukiji Honganji in Tokyo. But in Oshogatsu, the New Year's time, my father drove from Tokyo to Shimane Prefecture. This is Tsukiji Honganji, by the way. So from Tokyo to Shimane, it is about 500 miles. So just like driving here to San Diego, right? Driving here to San Diego. And my father and mother are both from the temple family of Shimane Prefecture. Their temple is about 30 minutes apart by driving. So we visited both my father's temple and my mother's temple on New Year's time. And I still remember my grandma loved to play hanafuda. Hanafuda. Do you know this? Hana. And it was my family custom to play hana around New Year's time. So I learned how to play hanafuda from my grandma, Kyoko. And then think about it. When you teach somebody small, right, how to play, you let them win 1 or 2, right? But no, she wasn't like that. She always wanted to win. So I really needed to have nice cards from the beginning, or I needed to draw a good card to win my grandma. But, thinking about it, her character of hating to lose was succeeded to my family, and, me and my kids, and, my uncle and everybody. But, she taught me to play and think hard. Play and think hard. If you want to win, or if you do not want to lose, then practice, right? That is the lesson she gave me. So the grandma, Kyoko, she had to experience the loss of her daughter, which is my mom, in 2001. So as a parent, I cannot imagine how hard to lose own child before own. This experience actually really slowed her down. And when I saw her last was May in 2011, and she was being so forgetful, and she could not live without somebody's support. So my uncle and auntie were taking care of grandma. But when Namiko and I visited her, she was kind of suffering from dementia and being so forgetful. She couldn't remember who I am, right? And then that year in July, I was assigned to Buddhist Church of Florence. So I had to leave Japan to come to the United States. So I was physically apart from my grandma. And about a year later, I heard the news that Grandma Kyoko passed away. And as I mentioned earlier, this had been the 13th year since her passing. So when we think about the teaching of the Nirvana, or teaching of Joro Shinshu Buddhism on our lives, we are the ones who is going to attain Nirvana, Buddhahood or enlightenment, and attain the state of guiding others and teaching others through the working of Amida's great wisdom and compassion. But when we think about the teaching of the state of being and teaching others on other people, I feel that our loved ones originally appeared in this world to guide and teach others, or teach us. So that they were the manifestation of the Nirvana itself to guide us. And after they passed away, they are now manifesting various forms to guide us. Does it make sense? Right? So our loved ones' lives taught us that we are we never know what is going to happen in our lives. Right? As Rengyo Shongin said in On White Ashes, whether I go before others or others go before me, whether it be today or tomorrow, who is to know? Right? We cannot take granted of each day we are living. The moment we can be with family and friends is not something we can take for granted. And separation comes so suddenly. But now, through the working of Amida Buddha in Namo Amida Butsu, our loved ones have attained unlocated nirvana. They are freely manifesting their forms in various things. They are in our memories and in their favorite things. And they are teaching us that no need to worry about me. I became Buddha, and now I am always with you in your heart and in Namo Amida Butsu. So they are definitely in the state of benefiting and guiding others. And they are in Nembutsu. So separation from our loved ones is one of the most difficult experiences we have to go through in our lives. But the teaching of Nembutsu teaches us that our loved ones have attained unlocated nirvana, and they are freely manifesting their forms in various things to guide and teach us. So even though we cannot see physical form of our loved ones anymore, we are always together with them. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the teaching why I am attracted to Jodo Shinshu. And because of this teaching of becoming Buddha and attaining the state of teaching and guiding others is one of the reasons why I am Jodo Shinshu Buddhist. So I hope today's talk gave you something to think about why you are Jodo Shinshu Buddhist. So thank you for listening, and I would like to conclude my talk with the reading of the traditional epistle on white ashes written by Rengyo Shongin in 15th century. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together.それ人間の小なる相をつらつら感ずるにおおよそ儚きものはこの世の始終中幻のごとくなるいちごなりさればいまだ漫才の銀人の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先今日とも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立つ人は元の雫末の梅雨よりも茂しと言えりされば明日には幸願なって夕べには白骨となれる皆にすでに無常の風来たりぬればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬれば幸願虚しく返じて通りの装いを失いぬる時は六神眷属集まって嘆き悲しめどもさらにその会あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならねばとて野外に送って 弱の煙となし果てぬれば、ただ白骨の溝のこれり、哀れというもなかなか愚かなに。されば人間の儚きことは、老少不浄の境なれば、誰の人も早く御所の一大事を心にかけて、阿弥陀仏深く頼み参らせて、念仏もすべきものなり。あなかしこ、あなかしこ。On white ashes. In silently contemplating the transient nature of human existence, nothing is more fragile and fleeting in this world than the life of man. Thus, we have not heard of human life lasting for 1,000 years. Life passes swiftly, and few among men can maintain their form for even 100 years. Whether I go before others, or others go before me, whether I be today or tomorrow, who is to know? Those who depart before us are as countless as the drops of dew. Though in the morning we may have radiant health, in the evening we may return to white ashes. When the winds of impermanence blow, our eyes are closed forever. And when the last breath leaves us, our face loses its color. Though loved ones gather and lament, everything is to no avail. The body is then sent to an open field and vanishes from this world with the smoke of cremation, leaving only the white ashes. Nothing is more real than these truths of life. The fragile nature of human existence underlies both the young and the old. Therefore, we must, one and all, turn to the teachings of the Buddha and awaken to the essence of life. By so understanding the meaning of death, we come to appreciate the meaning of this life, which is to be treasured, because it is unrepeatable. By virtue of true compassion, let us realize the unexcelled value of this existence, and let us live together with gratitude in our hearts. Humbly and respectfully, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Nam.